This is, yes, true enough, this is algebraic multiplied by exponential. It may look like it can be done by parts, so maybe you consider by parts. Okay, but really? Okay, then you realize that this algebraic portion, right, okay, is x. Then the exponential is actually e to the power of x squared plus 3. So you realize that actually these two, they are actually derivative of each other. Or at least it can be recreated by multiplying it with a constant. It is actually a multiple. Okay, so what we do is we multiply our magical one that I always ask you all to do, the magical one. This is to recreate your f prime when this is your f. So in other words, this question is actually, the likelihood is guiding, this method. This is the preferred method to integrate this expression, okay, where the answer is just e to the power of fx plus c, okay. For this, there is no plus c because there is a square root, there is limits there. So you need to solve for the exact value of this definite integral. Okay, Ken? Yeah. So I think by parts also cannot work leh. Because you will be ending up with this integral, which you cannot do it. You cannot integrate. So this question cannot be done by parts. You cannot add in variables ma. You cannot. You only can add in. You only can multiply it. You do already. Then let me take a look. Okay. Later, on Thursday we will go through the questions. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to D. So for D, right? Yeah. Again, now we have what? We have this. We analyze the question first. It's a definite integral. There is this algebraic portion multiplied by trigo. Okay, so you have a multiple of each other, and for this x is definitely not the derivative of 2x. No, cannot be. X and x cannot be derivative of each other. So your f prime cosine f kind of integration doesn't work here. Okay, so this kind likelihood, the best bet may be to try out by parts. So we will try out by parts, and we will have our LIATE as a guide to let which one to be u. So we can see that algebraic is our x term, then cosine is our 2x here. So we know that we let this be u. Okay, you know, I mentioned it before that why is it that sometimes we let algebraic to be x to be u. The reason is if you differentiate, the power drop. So like this case, right, if u is your x, the moment you differentiate, it becomes a constant. And we all know constant is not going to give us much trouble when it comes to integration. So this is our by parts here. So I won't mention it too much over here, because from this by parts, right, in your time practice, I think looks pretty okay. So just reiterate the steps to perform the by parts. This multiplied by this, if you write in this order, this is the question itself. This multiplied by this is your u times v, which is this term here. Then the one that you need to make sure that it is easy to integrate or manageable to integrate is this one. U times v times du dx. You must ensure that it is manageable to integrate, because this is the term that you need to integrate. Okay, so when you integrate, then you will need to sub in the limits. So for sine and cosine, especially when the angle is 0 and pi over 2, pi over 4, all this, right, you need to know the exact value of the angle. okay, or at the exact trigo ratio. Yeah.